This is Chris Hansen.
Chad doing Rip City Radio here.
It's your favorite basketball player, Tyler Hansbrough.
This is Jamie Hudson.
This is TJ Houshmandzadeh.
And I'm going to let y'all know something.
Duke sucks and Duke will always suck.
You're listening to
It Just Makes Sense.
It Just Makes Sense.
You're listening to It Just Makes Sense.
With Braxton, Miguel, and Peter.
If you're looking for expert sports takes, look elsewhere.
This Seahawks team is likable.
Sammy Darn's a huge part of it.
Sammy
Darn
it.
He deserves to get
Sammy
one, man.
Donuts?
Just keep coming up with it. Sammy Donuts? Sam, darn it. You would think that we have evolved as a society where you don't have to camp out for your tickets anymore. Haven't they heard of the internet?
They haven't.
They
They
doesn't
absolutely
exist
have
there.
not.
You don't think that people at Duke know what the internet is?
No.
Also, we're talking about fucking students that go to Duke. We're talking about how shitty $400 is. It's probably nothing.
I am surprised, though, if you're talking about the person that goes to Duke and they're willing to camp out for a month in shifts to be like, I guess they're probably not terrible setups, but
No, and they're young.
I've only done it overnight for like a Civil War ticket when I was at
Well,
Oregon,
it's become like,
and that
if
sucked.
you think about it, if you're going to school there as a student, you know that this is a annual tradition, and it's for one game. It's the one home game against Carolina at one out of the two times that you face them, and it's almost like something that those people look forward to. It's
is it
just
a rite
wild,
of passage?
Almost in a way it seems like, but I'm blown away by the fact that it's fucking almost negative.
Yeah.
It's 0 degrees over there right now, and they're doing this shit.
-8 degrees where my aunt is in Ohio, so it's. no fun.
I still can't believe some of those photos out of Russia are just fucking nuts.
Yeah,
But yeah, and I was talking to Jer about this. It's like, it seems like most of the United States, at least the eastern half, is experiencing some like serious weather.
Yeah,
And we're just
couldn't
be better.
We're just the warmest over here at
knock on
40
wood, though.
degrees.
Yeah.
I don't want to
So,
fucking risk it.
Chicago had like was colder than Antarctica, and they had wind that was so cold. I can't remember what they called it, but they called it like cold smoke or something like that, to where like the wind was literally frozen, and it was wisping in from the lake, and it looked super creepy. I don't know anything is called cold smoke.
Can't you do cold smoke with your salmon?
Yeah, that's why I think that
Like
cold smoke is wrong.
smoked salmon.
But and trees are exploding.
All I'm imagining is like razor sharp shards of like rain.
That's what it is.
Is that what's happening?
It's exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
super.
I
scared.
talked to somebody
Exploding.
for work. I talked to somebody in Missouri today,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if Missouri's part of it." But then I remembered someone, like one of my clients at work. They're like, "Yeah, we're closing on Monday, just so no one has to come in." But I had called somebody in Missouri, and I was like, "Hey, by the way, what's the weather over there? Like, what are you guys dealing with?" He goes, "Oh, I'm at the dealership, but we got 18 inches of snow in the last 2 days."
Wow.
Like 18 inches of fucking snow.
Do you know why trees are exploding? I didn't realize it until.
Yeah, C4.
Right. That's exactly why. No,
Because I'm pretty sure when you freeze something, the molecules expand,
yeah.
and I'm sure that the liquid
Yeah.
is getting into the tree, freezing, and the expansion is too great,
What's that called?
so it explodes.
What's the scientific term?
Explosion.
Exploding.
Exploding. No,
That's a Montgomery,
it is.
Alabama term.
Yeah, but it's the sap. The sap gets to -20 degrees as its freezing point, and then it explodes the tree.
You don't remember Frank from It's Always Sunny? He was like, "I'm covered in sap. I must have climbed the tree last night."
Must have climbed a tree.
The
last
videos
night.
are very cool though, because there's like a visible, like spark.
Yeah,
Almost.
It's pretty wild.
I mean, the videos of seeing nobody and you're just watching like the snow or what's happening, that's fine. The videos of people still driving, like
Yeah, don't
I
do
remember
that.
I saw a video this morning of the Dallas freeway. and people are still going 70. I'm like, I would not want to be out on that
No.
fucking road. It's like an inch thick of ice, and people are still going the normal speed limit. You got these big F-350s coming towards you. I'm like, these
y'all-
assholes think they got it down, and I would be fucking shitting my pants.
Have you heard of Zoom before? Just do it on a Zoom call. But that's how it goes.
That's like all the memes right now. It's like, hey, you coming into work? It's like ice and snow, and then the management sends a photo of him on a fucking scooter. He goes, "See you in an hour."
Oh, yeah. I thought it was going to be a different ice that they were talking about. Either way, welcome to It Just Makes Sense. We saw a lot of each other this past weekend, boys.
We did.
Friday night, we were down there for Jera's Hot Ones fantasy football. Lost Miguel. Excellent job by you, Mr.
Great work by both of you.
Yes, thank you. I want to play, not the whole thing, which is 17 minutes long, but I do want to play for our listeners the teaser at the top of the Hot Ones that we did, which was inspired by a social media trend right now, which is I turned my family vacation into a reality show type of thing. So that's where that inspiration came from.
Oh, okay.
It's like taking normal things that are otherwise like not crazy and like making it seem incredibly stressful.
Is the full length video in our channel?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. I sent it to the Taking Back Sundays. So this is the first 39,
Check out our YouTube.
39
Subscribe.
seconds of Jera's Hot Ones is as if it were a dramatic reality television show.
You want me to drama dump?
Yes.
We did some pretty dangerous stuff. Oh my god.
I have the sweats.
That coats your whole mouth. She would run her finger in and out of a flame. And she said only witches could do that. Saturated in blood. I used to wet the bed with her, and then she would be soaked as well. Where
he
did you
was
get that
visiting.
story? Wow, I've never seen you like this before.
From All We Do Is Feast, I'm Miguel Lopez, and this is Hot Ones.
All right, pull up, Bean. Brody was there.
He was.
Yeah, he was with us a lot this weekend, too. So that was the teaser. Then I also played the 17-minute version of that. Maybe a little long. I thought that Jera might sing along to Men in Black. Maybe that was a bit of an overstep by me.
Crossing your fingers.
I enjoyed editing it. So
It did turn out really, really well. You obviously, per usual, did
too much.
If that guy can still breathe fire, why is he dead?
Yeah, well, that's a chicken.
Why is he dead if he can still breathe fire?
Because he ate a mint cookie.
You ever heard of a zombie?
That doesn't exist, you.
Look at that tooth.
Brody, why don't you tell the camera how you like to eat toothpaste? You love
All right,
toothpaste on your
Harry,
cookies.
I'm leaving. I love you, Bean. Yeah,
Gosh, that tooth.
I know. It's just a snaggle.
I feel like we're gonna go back up there and you're gonna pretend to trip and just
elbow
Brody right in the fucking mouth.
I know.
Oh, I guess your tooth is out.
The
Sorry.
Tanners were trying very hard to get the tooth out this weekend.
It was a representation of two different parenting styles.
We are non-interventionists, and you're like,
Jera, as she slaps the latex glove on.
yeah. She was like, I was one bad decision away from yanking that tooth out, which
I guess Brody doesn't have that feeling yet. Like, there's no chance I would have that tooth hanging out for 3 days.
No.
It would
3
drive me
weeks.
crazy.
Yeah.
I would
That'd drive
I'd
me
keep
nuts.
playing with it and I'd just fucking yank it.
But a 17-minute video of Hot Ones, which was kind of in the breath of a Bravo show as well. I had like Music Bed Bravo under there as well.
Yeah.
Lots
I
of-
mean, I thought the sound effects were hilarious. Like the tuba horns.
Whoa.
Yeah. No, it was very well done.
Yeah.
When this idea was conceptualized, you exceeded my expectations.
Thank you.
From
It
my
was-
imagination.
Yeah,
Both of you
I
did.
thought it was just someone was just gonna record it from their
Yeah.
phone. There's no editing.
And you obviously put a lot of time and effort into the interview side of it. So I mean, I think that's great. I hope it continues as a punishment.
Yeah. If there is demand for it, we will release it to the world. It's unlisted right now, in part because there's so much copyright stuff in there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Disney stuff,
Yeah, there is a lot of copyright.
Yeah. Which,
Do you think Sean will sue us?
I know, yeah, we use Sean Evans at the end there.
I said all we do is feast, not first we feast.
Yeah.
All right. I changed some things.
All we
around.
do is feast. Kind of like it. We might have to make sure we have that locked in.
Maybe if we ever name change, that could be our round 2. Since no one understands what it just makes sense with a dollar sign at the end.
We've lost money.
I mean, and cents was right in front of us.
I know. And you even said it too, and I was like, nah.
It's all.
Why would we do that?
We've come this far.
Well, yeah, we've been here. We're still here.
Far.
Oh, we've come.
Hey-o.
Yeah. And then, okay,
So Oregon lost to Indiana. That was a pretty bad game.
Oh, my gosh. We have anything else notable from the weekend other than we're about to talk about the football party that we just had? Ruined my jacket. Very upset at myself for that.
That is a common thing for me to ruin clothes because of grease or fucking food stains.
Yeah.
I now have in every corner of the house, I have an OxyClean spray.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So as soon as I get some sort of a fucking stain, I might buy a holster and just carry it with.
It's like your Windex.
That's an odd decoration to have in every corner of your
Dude,
house.
what do you got? I got the change clicker and I got the fucking OxyClean.
Yeah.
But you just spray it on the stain and you let it sit for like 3 days and then you wash it.
Put some Windex on it.
Yeah, why not?
Put some Windex.
Maybe it
on
wouldn't work. I'm pretty sure you dipped yours in bacon grease, so there's probably no saving it.
It didn't just dip. Like it
You
just
cooked.
It marinated.
It marinated on there.
It cooked on the jacket. in the oven.
In hindsight, but there you go. So
you could always do like a bleach dye to it.
Oh, maybe. We'll try it out.
That might be the move.
So if anyone has a bacon grease removal technique, I implore you to reach out.
I think it's baking soda and vinegar.
Yeah.
And like Dawn dish soap. I think that's the mix. If you don't have a chemical
That sounds
spray.
like a science experiment.
Yeah, it sounds like an explosion.
Waiting to happen.
Explosion. We might just become our own exploding tree.
Honestly, I think if I had to take this weekend, which as you said, we spent lots of time together, which was wonderful. We don't get to do that as often on the weekends, I feel like. And Caleb came over. We watched UFC fights. But I don't know if there was any moment that was quite as sweet as Puka Nakua catching that touchdown.
These guys.
To hit
Here's a guy.
6-leg same game parlay cooked up by yours truly. That Miguel, my good friend Miguel, was the only one to have faith.
So
I don't want to like give myself too much credit. I did doubt it. I doubted one leg of it because when you said I cooked up a 6-leg parlay, and I immediately looked at it from our page and I go, Stafford 220 yards against the Seattle defense. I do not like that. And then everyone was like, well, he threw for like 400 last game. I was like, I don't know, but I put half of the money that he put on it.
Still, hey.
I took Walsh's teaser. The snow game got me, sniped me there. It looked like, and then they keep missing all these field goals due to weather and such. So
would the points where it was teased to hit if all those field goals were made?
It would have missed it by 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So. But no, okay, hold on. More offense would have happened, is what I'm saying. The possibility is so. I mean, like, you know, there could have been more offense had it not been a freaking blizzard in the fourth quarter.
I told you what I thought of it. I have all the faith in the world in Walsh.
Yes.
And the only reason I didn't take this teaser is I think not that he forced it, but he was making a teaser out of 2 games in one day that he normally wouldn't do.
Yeah,
there would be more thought.
Small sample size to work.
Yeah, there would be more thought behind what he would do for a full slate, and I felt like there's something about that where he just wanted to come out with one.
Yeah. So, okay, so tell us more about this. We'll get into the games. I want to hear about this, the legs on the parlay, the odds and everything. I did not take it because I had just lost the parlay. I had barely any money left, and I was like, tail between the legs. So that's why I did not. I didn't even entertain it. I was like, well, I already lost some money. So
that's okay, dude.
Okay, so tell me about it.
Oh, gosh, look at that balance. All right, it was a 6-pick parlay, just your classic sixer. Matthew Stafford, over 220 passing yards. Cooper Kupp to score. JSN over 60 yards receiving. Puka Nacua to score. Devontae Adams over 25 yards. And Sam Darnold over 200 yards. $5 paid 89 buckaroonies.
Wow. What is that? Plus 14, 13?
Plus 1680.
Wow. Plus 1680. What was really funny, too, and you guys had left, is like Miguel goes.
With a boost. Plus 14 without.
Okay, got it. So Miguel goes, they're offering us a huge cash out on this right now. And then after his $2, and it was like, well, what is it? It was like, it's $8.
I mean,
which
4X.
was 4X, yeah.
4X.
$2.
Yeah, as soon as we got home, Jared was like, how's the bet?
Yeah.
She was invested.
She was in it.
And I opened it up and I was like, they're offering me $18.
Oh my god!
And she was like, "Is that a good thing?" I was like,
yeah. That means we're cooking, baby. We're cooking.
That's 20 bone-in wings from Wingstop. Yes,
dude, if you're lucky.
I'm not so sure that the game would have been that much better had a snowstorm saved it from sucking. So, and this is the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Drake Maye has looked like absolute dog shit. He's a first quarterback, and again, we'll factor in the snow, but I'll still say the stat. He's a first quarterback since 1979, when whoever did it with the Rams, that a quarterback in a conference championship game passed for under 100 yards and won to advance to the Super Bowl. 86 yards there for good old Drake Maye. And the only time that the Patriots had any lick of offense was on Jarrett Stidham's backwards pass fumble thing that then ultimately ended in Drake Maye running it in. And their only offense really was him running it on a broken play. So,
yeah. I mean, to be fair though, I feel like a lot of, and I'm not trying to find reasons to like him. I don't like Drake Maye. That's Luke Maye's brother. These are Tar Heel fucking faithfuls. I don't want to like Drake Maye, but I feel like people are shitting on him because they had an easy regular season schedule and like a really easy path to the Super Bowl. But the postseason, he has faced some of the top defenses in the league.
Their best win of the year was the Texans.
But Houston, so the top three defense in the league, Houston, they won, Denver, and then now he's facing Seattle. These are the three. So if he gets through that, fuck what he did in the regular season. A win's a fucking win, dude.
Well, and there's a statistic that I saw that the last quarterback to go to and win a Super Bowl when scoring this low of points per game in the playoffs.
Peyton Manning?
It was Tom Brady, 2001.
Of course it was. Yeah, let's see.
Technically, Peyton Manning, Denver, the defense won that fucking Super Bowl.
But they still scored more.
Yeah. Patriots have averaged 18 points per game this postseason, fewest by any team to make the Super Bowl since '79. So
I just don't think I wanted Denver to win that, not because I wanted the Broncos to win, but I'm not one of those people that I go against someone because they're winning a lot. You know how people turn on the Patriots or the Chiefs or the whatever Warriors, but we did go through 2 decades of New England Patriots. I don't feel like they've suffered it long enough.
Yeah.
You need more time to suffer before you're back at this fucking stage, dude.
Well, I do think that probably the majority of America and football watchers agrees with you.
Yeah.
And
what bothers me is this is the first time I'm cheering for a Northwest team.
Yeah.
Outside of the Beavs, like I want Seattle to win.
It is annoying because I think you and I both. I don't think you as much because you covered the Seahawks for a while, but you and I have never really been very fond of the Seahawks and the fandom in the Pacific Northwest.
I went through a stage where I hated the Seahawks as much as I hated Oregon.
Yeah,
I felt like it was the same fan
when
base.
they were going through their Russell Wilson run.
Yeah,
it was really hard.
Yeah.
I just think of Brian Owens. It was so
Oh
hard.
my God, insufferable.
But this Seahawks team is likable.
Yeah, I
Very,
mean,
very likable.
And Sammy Darn's a huge part of it.
Sammy Darn
it.
If it was Russell Wilson, I
Sammy
don't think I
Darn
would like him. But
Yeah.
Darnold, I think, is a huge
Yeah.
reason why they're likable.
yeah, JSN's great. The defense is great. We'll talk soon about
Kenneth
that
Walker is very likable.
play.
Yeah, there's nothing to
Bobo.
hate. Dude, fucking
Jake
Bobo.
Bobo. Yeah.
Wasn't even an option in anytime touchdowns, and he fucking gets it.
Drake
So-
Maye has the chance, and let me put a bow on what you said. So the Patriots, in the last, I think 12, 13 years, it's been the Patriots or the Chiefs. One time it was the Bengals to come out of the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there have been 3 teams, and it's been the majority of the time Patriots and Chiefs.
You know who it's never
And then
been?
if you keep going back, like the Jets pop in one time.
Maybe
and then
once,
it's-
yeah.
And then it's right back to the Patriots.
I don't think it's ever been the Buffalo Bills.
No, it is not.
Making sure.
A couple of things for you. Drake Maye has a chance to become just the 5th quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl in their second season. That would be Kurt Warner, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, Russell Wilson are your 4 so far. And believe it or not, with all of these guys in Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, all to come out of the 2018 draft class, Sam Darnold is your first one of those to make it to a Super Bowl.
I hope he deserves to get
Sammy
one.
Donuts?
Sam
He
Darnold.
deserves to get one.
Just keep coming up with it. Sammy Donuts. Sam darn it. Sammy darn it.
He's like, this is what I get for making the Super Bowl. I don't get called by my real fucking name anymore.
Sammy, don't call me that.
Tommy DeVito. I think we were talking about who's the backup or whatever. Tommy DeVito is on the Patriots. He has more Super Bowl appearances than the Dallas Cowboys since 1997. Just throwing that out there. And then when you look at the Seahawks Patriots matchup, was the most unlikely Super Bowl in at least 50 years. Preseason, the Seahawks were at plus 6,000, and the Patriots were at plus 8,000, combining for the longest total preseason odds between 2 Super Bowl teams in at least half a century. So,
I do have to give a shout out to my wife, Jera. When at the beginning of the season, I had a friend reach out, the guy who did the Survivor League. He was doing another pool for the playoffs. And I showed Jera the playoff bracket, and I was like, oh, what would you do? And me being a dumb boy, I was like, oh, that's cute, Jera. I'm going to submit my own picks to this guy. She literally, I'm pretty sure up to this point, she had gotten one team wrong, but she had Patriots Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
really?
Yes.
So she nailed a bracket.
So I could have won that pool for $1,000 if I just would have listened to my wife.
Yeah.
And the lesson of the story is listen to your wife and
I don't know.
Jake Bobo.
Oh, Jake Bobo. So for the Vikings too, there was a fun little stat there. So last year they got rid of their offensive coordinator and their quarterback in one fell swoop. Obviously, Sam Darnold comes to the Seahawks. Their offensive coordinator was gone. I don't know where he joined. Maybe it was with the Seahawks as well. But now both of those guys are going to the Super Bowl, and the Vikings are where the Vikings are. So that's funny for them.
Why would you get rid of a quarterback that got you 14 wins?
Because it's Sam Darnold, and everybody was like, oh, we're waiting for...
Because he had
J.J.
that playoff
McCarthy
game.
was the answer.
That playoff game cost
Yeah.
him $100 million, and
Yeah,
And
they're all waiting for him to turn into the pumpkin.
The Vikings deserve to enjoy the fuck out of the Super Bowl with Seattle winning it. I love that they're gonna watch it with their fucking demise going. We got rid of all these
They're gonna be
fucking
stuck inside during a monumental blizzard watching Sam
it's
Darnold
not a
win.
good time to be anything in Minnesota right now.
No.
Yeah. So this was something that I found shocking. And I know I've been spewing out a bunch of facts or stats or anything like that. That Sam Darnold becomes the first ever USC quarterback to start in a Super Bowl? I could not, that made no sense when I read that, and I followed it up. It's right.
Who's the most successful one that at least had a long tenure in the league is Carson Palmer.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever made the Super Bowl.
No.
Matt Leinart is probably second.
Because Kurt Warner was with the Cardinals. That was like a weird overlap, right? Because Carson Palmer was with the Cardinals after
Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner played in that Super Bowl against the Steelers for sure.
Yeah.
But I hope that this led to this next question. But what colleges have played the most in Super Bowls?
Quarterbacks or just in general?
No, what university for quarterbacks? Yeah,
For quarterbacks.
Yes.
So what is quarterback U?
I mean, if it is Tom Brady just won Michigan.
I mean, I suppose.
Gotta be that way.
Yeah.
If you look at the last 2 decades, 2.5, the guy, it's not powerhouse schools that have. It's Texas Tech, it's Miami of Ohio, it's Michigan,
Wyoming, or he hasn't won it.
No. What was I gonna say? Ohio State quarterbacks have failed from there going to the league. They have not made it far. So yeah, it's spread. It's almost like not D2,
Georgia.
But the funny thing is, before you brought up the stat with the USC, I would have probably guessed USC.
Really? Yeah.
I was like, Ohio State quarterbacks have not panned out in the league. Georgia, Stafford, but everyone else, Alabama, who AJ McCarron, Mac Jones, they haven't made Tua, Jalen Hurts. So you can Oklahoma and Alabama could both Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Did Sam Bradford ever make it to?
No.
Jason White. That's the quarterback position is tough for the college.
I feel like there's been Cal with Goff, Rodgers,
and a lot of mid-level schools almost.
So if we go back to 99, so you had an interesting one there. Kurt Warner versus Steve McNair, which was Northern Iowa versus Alcorn State. What a time. Then you had Fresno State versus Penn State, Michigan versus Northern Iowa, Florida State versus Delaware. Then you have your, Tom Brady, Michigan.
Because, the only powerhouse schools are Michigan, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Alabama. That's on that list.
Yeah. Tom Brady gives you those 10 for University of Michigan. Texas Tech gets the 4 from Patrick Mahomes. Peyton Manning gives you the 4 from Tennessee. Ben Roethlisberger gets you 3 from Miami. And Kurt Warner gets you 3 for Northern Iowa. That's your top.
Interesting.
Where did Nick Foles go to college? Because in 2019 we would
Arizona,
yeah. You would have known that if you took a second there. You would have known that you hated him at one point.
Did you see he deleted that tweet?
Did he?
Yeah.
What a butthead.
Just did him.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It takes some balls to put a tweet out like that, but he's only got a big dick.
Yeah, but what I mean, what has he got to lose, I guess?
I know. Yeah.
The Super Bowl.
It was
rating.
so it was so nothing.
Yeah, what was the problem? What does he have?
Steady is a Catholic boy, and he didn't want to offend him.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Okay, so was anything else from the AFC game that you guys cared to share? I mean, obviously the Patriots.
It was ugly. It was hard to watch, and especially when you have the hindsight of both games. It's like that one really sucked.
Yeah, and you just know that Bo Nix in that would have
been a totally different thing.
Normally, I can still appreciate a good defensive, low-scoring game. That wasn't the case for that one. That wasn't a defensive, low-scoring game.
No,
they just couldn't
ugly.
execute. Neither of them could do anything.
Yeah.
Well, and then all those kicks by the second, third one, you're like, I just hope they keep missing.
Yeah.
Just for the fun of it. This is the most exciting thing that's happening.
And at that point, why not just keep going for it.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't
Like,
understand
why
why
not?
they kept.
Why?
After the first couple of misses, it's like, guys, let's.
Why didn't Bo Nix just play? Why does he have to be such a pussy? You know?
I mean, yeah,
Let's
just
fucking
throw-
conference
You
throw a
gotta
boot on.
wonder. You gotta wonder if a one-legged Bo Nix
Could have gotten it done.
just done a dink and dunk down the field where he
It's just-
essentially, shotgun snap, ball out, and then someone comes, his offensive lineman just carry him to the next one, and then you run the ball.
I like that. There's so many like different theories of how he got hurt, and they are saying it's like with 4 minutes to go, it's that one toss play. Some people are big group of people saying it was when they were moving it to the right hash.
Yeah, the kneel.
and the kneel, and it's just old age, man. Like he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, he's got that osteoporosis.
He played 8 years in college, dude. We get it.
Yeah,
Okay?
we get it. He's old.
We get it.
He's
Old.
got the osteoporosis.
Played
Old
37 years in college, and
Old news.
now he's the
Old
savior of the Denver Broncos. The game would have been so much different had he been playing.
You know-
Vrabel wouldn't have contained him at all.
You know what they should do though is they should like parlay this or dovetail this into some sort of like promotional deal for him, right? Something about like drinking milk so he doesn't break his ankle taking a knee anymore, or something like that. Make fun of it if that is indeed how you got hurt. So that's how
The old milk marketing scheme.
yeah, classic.
Maybe he should have prayed more.
Maybe.
Something to think about.
Something to think about. The Seahawks, what a fun game that actually turned out to be.
Yeah.
I just can't believe. So I looked this up too. This was as the game was in the middle of the first quarter. I was like, I wonder if they're still selling these tickets on StubHub. And the cheapest ticket was $800 with like a max of like $10,000. I enjoyed not spending that money. And had a great time just watching from a couch.
I don't know if I could ever justify spending that much on a ticket, but
No.
I mean, it was an electric game.
I don't think I can spend over. There might be one matchup where I would be willing to spend over $500.
Yeah, I feel like I'm, and that's Duke,
And it
Carolina.
would be Duke Carolina. I don't think I'm willing to do that for the World Cup. Like a once in a lifetime thing. It would just be Duke Carolina where I'd be willing to drop money. Other than that, no.
Yeah, and what would the max be? I mean, because I think I wouldn't go. I think that when I went to the World Series, it was maybe a little over $500. It was less than 1,000. I know that, but like incredible seats, like right behind home plate. We were up at the top level, like second row of that top level, just watching the Guardians. And they were the Indians.
Even Mitch talking about World Cup tickets.
0%.
I'm like, I don't think I'd spend $100. Or no, maybe
I wouldn't spend $100.
I wouldn't spend $200, like
Yeah.
$300. I wouldn't spend $300.
I think
on
200
that
would
shit.
be my $250 would be my max.
It's not that important.
And he was talking about how his wife is buying $18,000 worth of World Cup tickets
I mean,
on the corporate card.
What's
for
the
some
worst that could
clients or
happen?
something.
There's 4 more that got purchased.
Yeah, I suppose.
Come
so.
on.
Yeah, why not just let us go? Put it on the corporate
With the
card.
beak.
Yeah, but that's just absurd.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I'm trying to think of what event would I be willing to even pay $500 for? Like, what would I care that much about? Like maybe Oregon in the national championship, but
Yeah.
I don't think it would cost $500.
I don't think so either. Unless
Everything
they were playing
about the trip will cost.
Yeah.
Like the flight.
But the ticket
ticket
itself
yeah.
is what I'm. I mean, it'll probably be $200.
Had they been playing the Oregon Miami, that would have been, obviously the stars aligned for them to have that game in Miami. But where was I going to go with that? Shit, I had a whole thing. But
Give it to me.
I'm not sure I can. But
it kind of makes you happy too. Like I'm glad I don't have an NFL team because there's not gonna be any point in my life where I want to go to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Like Super Bowl is the most absurd cost I've ever seen. Like the tickets, like $200 for parking.
Well,
Yeah.
and just like the
national championship, it was like $700 for parking. Go on. Sorry.
well, And I think that's kind of what would draw me away from even doing that with Oregon, because it would just be so many people compact into one area, one city. Everything's going to be so expensive. Reservations are going to be hard to get. Like, everything is going to be a headache. You're going to have to wait. You're going to get shitty service. Like,
if you've ever been to a city that hosts like the Super Bowl, or like when I lived in Arizona, I've seen when it's Fiesta Bowl and Tempe is packed. I've been there during the Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it was like, I remember we can't afford anything, but I'm like, oh, let's go see the town. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah.
And you're just peeking over at these clubs, and they're like, yeah, it's a $80 cover charge. And everybody knows. And this is pre-Airbnb. Now everyone with like an Airbnb are going, yeah, I'm going to charge you $1,200 a night because I can.
Yeah.
And think about how expensive the Bay Area is already. And now you're seeing like Palo Alto hotel rooms that are $600, $700 a night. Parking for Super Bowl is going to be fucking insane. I mean, I think all the way down to like the food trucks going, let's raise our fucking prices because there's going to be a shit ton of people here.
Well, when Lindsay went up to the Taylor Swift concert, they had gotten their tickets and pretty quickly got an Airbnb.
Was it Levi's?
No, Lumen, yeah. And so they get an Airbnb pretty quickly after they get the tickets, and they're like, oh, this was actually pretty reasonable. Within a week or something, they canceled. The Airbnb host canceled their reservation.
They know they can get more.
Because I don't think they realized or whatever. They're like, hold on, wait, why is everyone jacking up their prices? So they were not aware, and then, it went back online for like 3 or 4x what originally it was listed.
What a piece of shit move.
Fucked up that
they allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
It is pretty messed up. So
I did see today the cheapest cost in total to go experience Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And the most expensive. So they did like the worst seats, and then like parking and food and lodging, and then the best seats with all of those. The cheapest was $14,000.
Oh my God.
The most expensive was $68,000. I'm like, who? And like, who's dropping that? Because the ones that can, they get it for free.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like Bradley Cooper gets a shit. Kevin Hart gets a shit for free.
I don't think they get those tickets for free.
Who doesn't get the tickets for free? I mean, there are like some players can get it at cost. I think that, but like a lot of it is just clients
someone's
schmoozing.
paying for it. Like a billionaire fucking private jet owner's paying for it, and they goes, "Hey, Kevin Hart, why don't you take your squad and go?"
It's the corporate entity, the management company, but I
mean, also I could like see Babuni and tear my ACL at Levi's Stadium. I mean, that's all that's going to happen if I spend all that money.
But I know like
Babuni,
like it's all the people right below the billionaires that are spending the money.
Yeah.
It's the Dave Portnoys of the world.
Yeah.
That are like, oh, I got to buy a box. It's the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. Is he even allowed in stadiums? Which, by the way, also the front office for the 49ers is going to be looking into the
I saw
electrical substation.
They
you guys are like, oh, Peter Tin Hat. But they're like, well, they didn't seem very excited that they were going to do it, but they mentioned that they were going to.
Peter, you throw enough conspiracy theories out there, one's bound to be investigated.
Yeah, exactly.
You've thrown out 74 conformity gates. one's going to hit. It's a numbers game.
It's a numbers game.
I did listen that the guy who kind of perpetuated this whole concept was on Pardon My Take for like 15 minutes. They were just like, tell us more about this, like we're 5-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, by the end of it, I was like, dude's got a point.
Dude's got a point. You gotta look into it.
He said he gave a metaphor that really clicked with me. He said, can you imagine taking a rubber band and leaving it out in the sun? What's going to happen to the rubber band? It's going to get dry. It's going to be very easy to tear. After that long exposure to those frequencies or whatever, that's what's happening to their tendons.
I'm not fighting against this whole thing. I get it, but it's no different to me than like what's been proven is the Shanahan family as coaches run their players to the ground. They have way too hard practices. There's no walkthrough. They kill them in practice. That's why McCaffrey's always hurt. Frank Gore in the latter stages of his fucking career is always hurt.
But Shanahan didn't come on board until a few years ago.
I'm talking like
Harbaugh
Frank
before
Gore
that,
also
right?
was coached by his dad, like
sure.
back in the day. So like the Shanahans are just known to run their players to the ground. This is I'm not saying the other reasoning that they're looking into is wrong. It's a lot easier to look into that than question Kyle Shanahan.
I suppose.
Yeah, it's a scapegoat thing. It's like, why would we question Kyle Shanahan? He's doing a great fucking job. Don't question anything he's doing.
Well,
maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Can I get both?
Maybe. Let's see. Well, you can't. No, bad segue. Back to the Seahawks. I was going to find a way to say something about the guy who taunted and then got the penalty. That was such bullshit, by the way.
The penalty?
The penalty. The taunting penalty.
That was a weak call.
Like, all he did was talk to them, right?
He was just chirping.
He didn't make any hand signals.
No, I think he kind of
I know they were
directed
like
it towards
trying to do
a coach or whatever. But.
Yeah,
but even if let's say that he went as far as flipping them off.
Yeah.
Right. Let's say that he went as far as flipping them off. You do not take a sample size from the regular season and think, as an official, I called this before. I called something the same, if not a little bit lighter than this, so I have to call this. You also have to think of where you're at in the game. You do not want to control where the game is going. This is the fucking holding against the Eagles versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You do not want to decide the fucking game, and this is too big a stage for you to do that.
But I would argue to say that that's exactly their argument, is I shouldn't think about that at all. And I should just call it exactly as I see it, and that's how I saw it.
But it was weak no matter what.
Yeah,
and I understand
I
that
agree.
There was I know that they were probably trying to find a way to get a control of the game or whatever. But on a 4th and 12, and like all he's doing is just like barking at the sidelines. They didn't stand over someone. He didn't. It didn't seem disrespectful. And then all of a sudden, which I did actually love. In like retrospect, was Matthew Stafford throwing to Devontae Adams, and then Woolen got burned on that touchdown, which was like, okay, that was kind of sweet.
Yeah.
But both things can be true at the same time.
It did seem to have that like kind of quick karma effect.
Yeah,
Justice
super
was
petty.
served
Yeah,
really quickly.
But I mean, like, what justice at that point? So it was like I felt
Yeah.
two kind of ways about that. But
yeah, because I mean,
they moved on, so I'm sure
they did move on.
If they didn't, we would be. This would be a topic.
That put it
conversation.
that put it to a 4-point game at that point,
Yeah.
and you're just like, holy shit!
Yeah, it wasn't
that
a
could be
small deal,
14.
that's for sure.
If the Rams won, that play would be talked about as much as the Brandon Cooks, Josh Allen throw. It might fucking overtake that.
And just basically, like, I'm so happy that the Seahawks are in it, just because when you look at their resume and what they've done this year with the 16 wins in a tough ass division, and to lose only by a combined 9 points and everything. If we had Rams and Patriots, I would have been so underwhelmed. Because, like, seeing the Rams, and yes, they came on a little bit late, but just kind of like the final stages of the Rams never felt dominant. It always felt lucky. It always felt like, okay, like here they were at a certain point in the season where they were like the number 1 seed. Then they shat the bed, and then they got like they won tight games against the Panthers and against the Bears and such, but it was still kind of
they
like...
also lost a game to the Panthers.
Right, and so that's where it's like, the Seahawks feel like, hey, this is a dominant team. This team deserves to be here.
Yeah.
Patriots have won their games, but they've done it with such an easy schedule.
Honestly, at the end of the day, I do feel like this is, one of the best, if not the best matchup we could have at the end, looking at all 14 teams or whatever. And I'm excited to see this rematch. I do think that it's going to be a really good game. And I agree with you. If it was the Rams, I don't think I would be that sure.
Is there any team in the AFC, do you think that the Broncos would beat the Seahawks?
No.
Do you think that
Not in their
healthy Bo Nix? If Bo Nix was
No.
Bo Nix or Stidham, they wouldn't beat. I don't
think so.
I mean, the way that I feel now with who made it to the championship game, Patriots or Broncos, whoever comes out of the NFC is winning the Super Bowl. Whether it was Seattle or LA, the winner of that's winning the Super Bowl. I'm not saying I don't buy into the Patriots. They're very good, very well coached. Their defense is really good, but I think at the end of the day, I think just the Rams and the Seahawks are just more dominant.
If you could say, okay, now the AFC can go back and put up who they think is the best team, regardless of who ended up winning, would you pick the Patriots here?
No, I would pick a healthy Baltimore. A healthy Baltimore. The only reason Baltimore is not in here is like Lamar was gone. You put a healthy Lamar Jackson and a healthy Baltimore defense, that would be such an exciting Super Bowl. Healthy Ravens and Seattle or LA would be fucking wild.
Maybe we'll see that next year. I just feel like the writing seemed to be on the wall with John Harbaugh, and there was some weird bad blood between those guys, especially as it relates to the contract, I would imagine. It felt like the time was up. So while I want to agree with you, I feel like things were just so tenuous there this year that it felt like more at the end of the day. I mean, obviously John Harbaugh gets fired. It felt like
it's also easy,
more than just injuries.
It's also easy for shit to fall apart in an organization when things aren't going your way, a.k.a. halfway through the season, your team falls apart because they're all hurt.
Yeah.
Winning solves everything. And when you've seen that Ravens team healthy, they are a fucking nightmare to go against.
Yeah. We'll talk obviously a lot about Super Bowl. We'll have some fun prop bets that we get to talk about and such. There is some coaching things that we can talk about, which half of the teams now have their head coaches, including Jesse Minter with the aforementioned Ravens, which I don't like. I mean, like, Jesse Minter was the defensive coordinator with Jim Harbaugh in Michigan. And then, like, essentially, like, we all know how things went at Michigan for them to win their championship. It can't at least be, not acknowledged. And then he spends like a year or two there with the Chargers, and now
he's a DC for the Chargers, right?
Yeah, he was a defensive coordinator for the Chargers, and now he's the head coach of the Ravens, and I'm not in love with it personally. But
yeah, he did seem to kind of spring up kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Which is hard to say, with an OC that won the national championship, but it does seem like a pretty quick rise, all weirdly related to the Harbaugh brothers.
Yeah, and then I think Greg Roman is going to go back to Baltimore with Lamar, who he has been an offensive coordinator with before. So basically the Chargers, they're just same fish, swapping back and forth between coordinators and head coaches.
Yeah, I don't know if it's all coincidence and just like, oh, that's weird.
I think the league is kind of getting to the point where it's like it's less of a risk, if that makes sense. Like, you're seeing a lot of like assistants or like a DC or an OC going, let's give him a shot, because worst case scenario, we'll fire him after a year. And if you're that guy, like Robert Saleh, for example, like, didn't work out with the Jets. He fucking kills it with the Niners defense being banged up, and now you're up for a job again.
Well, he got a job.
It's almost like you have nothing to lose if you're the guy in the position where, like, okay, I can try this and maybe end up being a Ben Johnson, or it doesn't work out. I'll have a job waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Where did he go?
He went to Tennessee.
He's the head coach of Tennessee.
Yeah,
right?
Everyone thought that it was Matt Nagy's job to have, but it seems that, like, the Matt Nagy thing was just a drum up trying to get him out of Kansas City, because guess who's going back? We talked about it last week. It's now official. Eric Bieniemy is going to be your offensive head coach.
No shit.
Your offensive coordinator for the Chiefs
back,
again.
baby.
So
they're back.
And then Arthur Smith is finalizing it. So he was the OC for Pittsburgh,
mm-hmm.
and now going to Ohio State, going
Ohio
to college.
State with Matt Patricia on the other side of the
2
ball. Which
NFL fucking coaches.
Insane.
Leading. Here's the thing, like, to touch back in the college, because I feel like college is going to be exciting next year.
Yeah.
With everyone that's returning. And you look at the lineup, and, you know, I totally understand people going, you know, Julian Sane, he wasn't that good. He was getting rewarded for how good everybody was, which happens sometimes in some programs, right? But now he's coming back. He's coming back with Jeremiah Smith and everybody else. And then now you have that. And it's like, you have Dante Moore coming back to Oregon, same coach. You have Ohio State still there. Like, it's going to be a fucking, like, Royal Rumble with the teams that are stacked. The teams that are stacked that are going to be there again. Miami's going to be stacked.
And the schedules next year are, at least in the Big Ten, it is Titan clash after Titan clash.
It's like, you know, Indiana, is this like a one-hit wonder? Are they going to be back? Weird to say, Duke's going to be fucking good. Miami's going to be back. I mean, it's going to be a fucking wild college football season.
Yeah. Let's see. I wanted to keep going with the coaches. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have seen so the Browns can't hire anyone right now. And have you
Stefanski go?
Well, he went to Atlanta. Yeah, so he got hired. Matt Ryan got hired there as a president or GM or something like that.
So what have been the hires that were announced since we last spoke?
So Mike McCarthy is the first time since 1969 that the Pittsburgh Steelers have not hired a young buck defensive coordinator to be their next head coach. Mike McCarthy is your head coach with the Steelers.
Isn't Mike McCarthy also a reunion with Rodgers?
Well, if they bring him back, I suppose so, which is going to be so dumb.
Awkward.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that Mike McCarthy hasn't been any good for a long time. Like, I mean, like his last year with Green Bay, he started out okay. Then he went, at the end of his time with Green Bay, he was like 11th in offense. And then with the Cowboys, he was like 17th or whatnot. So it's not as if he was going crazy there. So then Robert Saleh, Jeff Hafley down in Miami. Then you have...
Is Mike McDaniel...
doesn't
have a job yet?
No, he's with the Chargers. He's offensive coordinator. I love it so much. I'm so excited.
The Chargers don't deserve him.
Oh, I remember I was going to say earlier. I was shocked to know that Austin, big Broncos fan, has never been to Mile High Stadium.
We got to change that.
Boys trip.
We got to change that.
So he's never been.
I've never been.
Well, yeah, neither. We should go. Road trip.
Let's do it.
So the ones that are still open, the Browns one, where they're like having these guys do like homework assignments and aptitude tests and all this other stuff. It's like, what in the world?
You know who's going to end up being the coach of the Browns, right?
The guy with the Rams, right?
No, Dion is going to be the coach of the Browns to coach his son.
The thing is like, that does sound possible.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Did you see that Dion is fining his players for a bunch of shit now?
I think that's good.
Yeah, it's like all the way from like, I thought it was interesting. He was like, oh, don't wear gear from the team that you just came from, which I thought was like kind of duh. You don't walk into like Colorado's practice facility
kids
wearing...
are dumb.
Yeah.
If you have more than 3 sunny side up eggs for breakfast, you get fined. Cap it at 2.
Right. I mean, it's like if you if you're like late to treatment, it's $1,000 fine. If you miss treatment, it's $1,500. Violation of team rules go all the way up to like $7,500.
That's how you make NIL money back as a university, baby.
Well, it also does.
If you miss class, then yeah, you're gonna be making a lot of money back.
You got to have a little accountability,
I suppose.
I mean, you're being paid to perform a job now. And
how do they collect? Do they just not give them certain NIL money? Like, I don't know how they collect.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just like getting
a garnishment.
Your wages garnished.
Yeah,
child support.
Exactly.
I'm very curious what's gonna happen with Mensa, the Duke quarterback, who's now being sued.
Right.
So they told him, "Hey, you signed a contract. if you decide to enter the portal, it's breach of contract. This is no longer a university or NCAA issue. This is now federal court issue. So you can enter the portal, but we are going to sue you. So the first day that the portal opened for him, he then goes. Miami is waiting with a silver platter going, you get $10 million, you get this. They want him really bad. And now he's going to have to go through fucking court.
Oh, wow.
And it's like Duke is sitting there going, you can't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But then do you really want a player that doesn't want to play for you?
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's like it's so fucking messy because of how much money he got paid. He was the highest paid quarterback, I think, last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Duke started off like 0-5 or some shit.
Hey, ACC champs, baby. Fernando Mendoza, obviously, it's not a shock, but he officially announced that he's going to the NFL.
A pastor.
Yeah, despite the fact that it sounded like, and maybe someone was making up, but that Mark Cuban would like pay essentially the same amount that he would get in his first year as a rookie NFL quarterback, probably like somewhere like 20 some odd $1 million or whatnot. But the Raiders do not have a coach yet, and Brian Flores signed an extension with the Vikings, which I'm not sure if that just like becomes null and void if he's like, oh yeah, I'll go and take this head coaching job. But at the very least, he's signed an extension with the Vikings. I don't know. They've left it kind of open.
You would think if he signs the extension, that's kind of like, okay, you can't, we're done.
Yeah, but like everyone that like was reporting on it was like, but he could still get a head coaching job. Like,
this is also a new time. What if we just take Fernando Mendoza to be the first player coach in the NFL? He knows how to lead.
Mm-hmm.
Install the microphone in his
people follow him.
Yeah,
face mask.
The voice of God will
Can
communicate.
you imagine
to
him in the middle of the field, like with it, like taking a knee like Stafford, but he has the McVay playlist. He's just covering his face, saying it to the guys.
He's actually the defensive coordinator.
He's saying it to his own earpiece, and then he puts it down to say it to the guys.
But that's I don't. Is there anything in college that we need to talk about for basketball? No,
I mean, Duke sucks, and they always will suck.
There's a big game in Provo tonight. Sweet. BYU against the #1 team in the nation, Arizona.
Trying to figure out what else I've missed. Obviously, we're going to be going into a bit of a lull. Let's see.
BYU's down 15 with 7 minutes left.
They sure are. Ooh. Shador is going to replace Drake Maye in the Pro Bowl.
Okay.
Woo!
When's the? Woo. Is it? Didn't they switch Pro Bowl the games like dodgeball and all the crazy shit? It's now. So it used to be the week before Super Bowl.
Yeah. Is it this weekend?
Yeah, it's this weekend, isn't it?
So
it'll be this weekend.
Is it still the week before Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but like the old schedule used to be, they play it after the Super Bowl.
No.
No, I think it's always been the weekend.
It's always been the
and it's no longer Hawaii. It used to be like tradition was Hawaii.
Yeah, I think it's in Vegas now.
Oh.
Isn't it? Or do they just trail it at Levi's?
No, because they did it in Florida for a while. Yeah,
Orlando, right.
Yeah.
Either way. The final, like, if we want to talk a couple things NBA, did you see McClung, Mr. 3-time back-to-back-to-back slam dunk champion?
Tell me he committed to doing another one.
Will not
good
be in this year's slam dunk
the
competition.
NBA has been screwing him. It's like the All-Star weekend is dead. The dunk contest is dead.
Yeah.
He's the only one that's like the NBA would reach out to.
I'm happy that he's not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
The NBA has fucked him in the last 5 years, and he shouldn't.
Yeah, he's like, oh, so now you want me. Now you need me. What's up, Bean? You coming to say goodnight?
Yes.
I love you. I love your PJs. It's probably pretty cold down here. Get that tooth out.
Yeah, but it's like how many years has he been a participant in the dunk contest? And I'm not saying that the NBA made these promises, but it's like, okay, I'm not a current player on an active roster,
Right?
But I'll be in a dunk contest and create some sort of a fucking, like some excitement.
Yeah, get the word going.
Yeah, on an All-Star Saturday, people will want to watch me because I have creative dunks. And then the NBA does this. They've done it 3 years in a row. They go, we'll put you on a 10-day contract with the Magic, and then don't re-sign him, and then you don't hear about him.
Mac McClung is the U-up of the NBA. The person that, like, at 2 o'clock in the morning you want to get laid, and you just like...
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Is the
U-up?
Yeah, the U-up is the one that you hit up because you're like, I need to get laid tonight.
He's the like the final girl.
Yeah.
It's 2:30 a.m.
U-up?
The term you're looking for is a booty call, I
There you
believe?
go.
Okay.
Yeah, I've never had one of those. So
I've never heard it be told to me as the you
I got
up
what you're
person.
saying. I've
But
heard
like
that.
a booty
It
call.
took me a little bit.
A booty call is someone that, like, I mean, that you would actually want to have sex with.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's all after 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just want the booty.
Just the booty.
You're calling for
So
the booty.
Mac is putting his foot down. You are not entering me tonight. You will not be entering me tonight.
Adam
Unless we
Silver.
are committed, I want you to post on Facebook before
Yeah.
we fuck again.
Yeah. Well, they could.
I've done that.
He's done that. He put her on a 10-day.
Dude, it was
or
an
10-hour.
It was an 18-hour
Yeah,
contract.
you're going to the share settings. Share with
nobody. Don't tell
Oh, man.
anyone.
Yeah,
Do not.
Let's not dive into that. I don't need to look any worse than I already do. Man.
So yeah, no Mac McClung. Sounds like Genie Bus and LeBron hate each other.
I don't think we have any idea
Brand?
what All-Star game, what the format is going to look like. We don't know who's going to be in the dunk contest.
No.
We don't know what the three-point contest is going to. This is going to be an absolute shit show.
Let me see
I was
who
watching-
is committed. I know that Cooper Flag's in the Rising Star game. Woo!
I was watching, I think it was the Laker game the other night, and I saw one ad for the All-Star game. I was like, oh, that's like
Coming up.
right around the corner.
Yeah, it's in a couple weeks.
It's usually Valentine's weekend.
And I was like, I wonder why they're not pushing it more.
No one gives a fuck anymore. I think they were trying to see how much traction the USA versus World will get. But currently the best players in the league are all international players. Because if you take the starting five, it's Luka, Shea, Jokic, Giannis.
I think Giannis is going to be out.
But just overall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be World. And then you're taking an aging Steph, an aging LeBron, and then
Cooper.
Anthony Davis is out for 16 years. And then Cooper Flag.
Cooper
Cup, like
out of nowhere.
we
Out
need
of
players,
nowhere.
dude.
Yeah.
Dude, he's 35% from 3.
I have this article up from ESPN, and I think it's wonderful because Mac McClung, as we just said, not going to be defending his 3 straight NBA dunk competition championship. His spokesperson is his father, Marcus McClung.
Mark McClung and Mac McClung.
Marcus McClung says, no, there's not one reason that I would say that was the main reason. In my opinion, it is more like a bunch of reasons that just pointed to him not doing it. His dad's his spokesperson, and I think that's sweet.
Yeah.
So,
Keep the money
he
in
did
the
a great
family.
job.
yeah, good job, Marcus. Floating in some of your own opinion in there, too. So,
Is it really a good
I
job?
think it
His
was
son
Maye.
hasn't been on an active roster in a while. Like, step your game up as an agent.
I mean, I think we've seen a lot of dads represent their kids and not be as calm.
yeah, not be...
I think if we can just reward the calmness, that's all.
Let's see. There are currently no official confirmed participants.
Nobody
That's
wants to
sad.
know. And
I legitimately think that it's not crazy. And don't get me wrong, I know the NBA internationally is very big, but I don't see it as being that crazy that, like, in our lifetime, the TV contracts of the NBA start to dwindle and it becomes more of a live experience.
I just don't think that the NBA cares about live viewership anymore. I think that they care about a highlight, and I mean, but if they can't get a guy to make a godforsaken dunk, then that's a problem.
I think what's shitty for, I mean, maybe you guys don't care, but like I'm a fan of basketball and I'm a fan of the NBA. The shitty thing for somebody like me who follows is I don't think they give a shit about me because in the global stage, they're doing just fine.
Yeah.
So anyone in the country, they're like, oh, you don't watch the NBA? Go fuck yourself. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because we are being watched in China, in the Philippines, in fucking Europe. They watch Wemby in France because Wemby, like in Greece, there's no dip in ratings internationally. In the US, everyone knows you have turned this into WWE. It is now just purely entertainment. You want it to be 135 to 140. You're no longer calling any violations because nobody gives a fuck anymore. Yeah. It's like you it's almost an insult that you don't think I saw that he took 12 steps to make that layup.
Hey.
Right, he gathered.
It's a gather.
He gathered.
It's a gather.
Like that. But
No, it's a tough watch.
If I ever get in an argument about basketball and someone seriously used the argument of a gather, they deserve. Like I would get physical. I would.
That's
punch
an
you.
open hand slap.
I would
across
punch you in the
face.
fuck. The judge said, "Just keep an open hand."
Yeah.
That's all he said.
The Blue Blue Devils advanced 19-1 tonight. How about it?
They did murdered Louisville.
How'd the boys play?
They won by 30.
They covered 8.5. They covered 8.5.
It was 8.5?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Louisville's ranked. This is also
Coach K back. He needs to straighten them boys out.
Yeah.
This is their 9th ranked win. Right now, this is kind of sad for the rest of the teams. There's 3 collegiate basketball teams in men's that are no matter what happens from this point on, they're locked. They have locked a spot in the tournament, and it's Arizona, Michigan, and Duke because of quad 1 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Duke has 8 quad 1 wins before February.
It's very nice.
Because that's a risk too. Because if your coach goes, hey, we are going to play all of these hard games, it either works out or it fucking doesn't. It's like, dude, why did you give us such a hard fucking schedule? But
it's good to know. Duke's a strong team.
There are 3 undefeated teams in the top 25. Name them one.
Arizona, Nebraska, Miami of Ohio.
That's correct.
I'm
And that was...
I'm going to go with Arizona, Nebraska, and Miami.
That was quick.
Florida.
Florida.
Let's see if Arizona would lose their first game tonight.
They did not.
They won?
So, yeah, they're about to.
Yeah.
So, that's all we've got. We've got Super Bowl next week. We'll cook up some stuff.
It's going to be great.
Well, Super Bowl episode. Super Bowl is...
Super Bowl episode coming next week, yeah.
Yes.
And then Super Bowl is coming that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So we have no sport. We have Pro Bowl this Saturday or whatever, or Sunday.
Yeah. We're not here to talk about future sports because there are no future sports that we want to talk about.
There's some good college basketball games, but
yeah,
sounds like time for next week. We've got a whole show to fill up next week.
Well, clear your eyes.
Sports.
Can't lose.